Welcome back to another Bit Heroes video. Today we're taking a look at the Melborgs. If you've been following the stream, you know that I got those guys recently, and I want to show off as much content as possible with them. So we've done raids, we've done trials and gauntlet, we have done a ton of PvP, but duels are different, and this is a player that he's always in Discord, always looking for duels. He's dueled me on stream previously with a bunch of Melvatrons versus my Walkoms. So I won 2, he won 3. I guess you could say this is the rematch. I'm interested to see if he's going to bring the Melvatrons, and okay, he's bringing 2 of them and a bunch of Drazigs. The Drazig are actually pretty scary here because they attack faster than my Melborgs, but this is going to be a quick match to commentate. Alright, so my character died. He was the tank in the front, and bonus damage ignores damage reduction. So if you have a bait tank in the front, that can happen, but that's actually kind of part of the strategy as long as the Melborgs are alive long enough to deal the damage. So we were able to do that there. You see that he is rocking an offensive pet. I'm also rocking an offensive pet. There's the runes, in case you're wondering, and whoops, I think he accepted the duel already. Alright, so I still feel relatively safe here. Not the start that I wanted because I put it back on auto, but I think it'll be okay if I get a couple procs, and there you go. So that is Melborg. I think Melborg shines the most in duels as far as doing content like trials and gauntlets. I'm doing the same levels that I was with Wacom, using some of the same augments, and I'll talk about the augments at the end of the video. I'll put them on screen. Ooh, Tarr1 is dueling me now. Okay, so Tarr1 is a high level. He is like he is 550 plus, maybe on his way to 600. So he's a big boy. Again, the purple guys are Drazig. Drazig has 36% speed before augments, and I'm actually pretty scared of him. So if I can get one good attack, there you go. Like I said, Melborgs are going to shine in duels. So very, very lucky on that. I don't know his total stats, but he does have a couple. He's got some levels on me. Let's take a look at him real quick. So 563, he's running tank. That's what did so much damage to me. It was the epic pumpkin. And if he redirects a ton, or I hit him a ton, I could actually kill myself on the epic pumpkin. I'm running Prisby. Prisby is actually better than the pumpkin until you're proccing on 3 enemies. If the pumpkin is proccing on 3 enemies, then you're actually doing more damage than Prisby, which is the attack strongest pet. So like I said before, okay, my character dies. That's actually not a big deal, but I think he has got me here. The only thing I'm worried about with Melborg is Drazig with a lot more total stats than me. That is the issue. So Melborg has around 33% agility, and Drazig has 36% agility, and most people are going to run at least 1 speed augment, so I'm running 1 augment. I'm pretty sure he is too. Let's see if we can finish with Roman, do like a best of 3. I'll show. Okay, Tarr1's back. Let's do that. Let's do Tarr1. So Tarr1, like Roman, are probably the 2 top players that I would consider duelists in the game. Just geared for dueling, but just mainly looking for dueling in Discord. So it's always fun to fight against these guys. If anybody else would be interested in doing some duels, either in videos or on stream, there's a handful of stuff that I do want to test, considering that these Melborgs are new. So I always like to do a good fight, especially if someone's level 500 or above. I'm taking all challengers. Also, if you duel me on stream and you can beat my main account, then you get a VIP for 24 hours in stream. If you can beat my alt account with a character that has less levels and less total stats than my alt account, which is free to play, then you can also get a 24-hour VIP on stream. So just something fun to do and to talk about, and well, there you go. So that's Melborg. Like I said, he's really going to shine in duels. His first attack can hit twice, so you have double the chance of proccing, and then he's got a 1 SP attack that can hit 5 times. So most of the damage that I'm actually dealing is coming from my augments, and again, I'll show this towards the end of the video. Drazig would be my second choice if Melborg wasn't around. Drazig has a great stat distribution and a really good attack target skill, but he doesn't have as much double hit, or multi-hit skills, I guess is probably the best way to say it. And that's what's going to happen. Now, while Melborg looks extremely broken, I'm still doing the same trials and gauntlets on auto, and as far as pushing, it's pretty much about the same. Moving from Wacom that hits very hard but very slow Deflects are less of an issue because I can't one-shot myself anymore, so that's nice. But if I was not rocking the brain proc, I would just be tickling enemies, and my fights would actually take a lot longer. So if you were thinking about doing Melborg, I would say if you get lucky and you get the schematic, go for it, because you can get about 40 materials or so per month-ish, something like that. And you can just get it that way, super easy. But if you're pushing specifically for the schematic, it took me over 500 Melvin bodies to be able to get enough materials to make Melborg. So just keep that in mind. But I'm happy with him. I think he's fun, and duels are actually one of my favorite things in the game. Now, looking at the augments, this is currently how I have it set up right now. I've got 5.5 thousand total stats, so the total stats are from my player character. Here is the stat distribution of Melborg and the bonus. So he's got bonus damage percent. Damage percent ignores damage reduction, so that's helpful there. And he's also got the arsenal bonus, so he's going to get 10% damage increased to enemies above 80% health as well as below 20% health. And if you look at the microprocessing stabilizing chip, he has another 10.2%. Perfect would be 12%, but that is going to be based on the increased health of the enemy. So a lot of bonus damage here. And looking at the skeletal lining or the bone augment, your first attack on opponent has 24% chance to be empowered, so that's a perfect roll. Ideally, I would actually have the other augment that is 24% increased damage on your first hit. That would be more total damage, and that is going to be the best one for PvP. So this is the second best one for PvP. The third choice would be the SP Regeneration Augment, which is good in PvE, but not good in PvP because it would take around 6 or 8 turns to actually get one bonus SP from that bone. So these duels were all over in less time than that. So it's not going to be the best choice for you if you like to do a lot of PvP or duels. As far as the other augments, if you're talking about a damage or a healing familiar, you want to always have at least one speed pump, and the reason for that is if you fight against someone who has the same total stats as you, and they have the same familiars as you, whoever has the speed pump is going to hit first, and they're most likely going to win first. So you want to get that first hit, especially in PvP. And if you're going against other familiars that have more native agility than you, such as against the Drazig, the only reason why I didn't hit first on the Drazig is because he also had a speed pump. Now, with the other pumps, since Melborg does not have any dual strike already, you need, as well as Empower Chance, you need one pump that's dual strike and one pump that is Empower Chance. All players and familiars have a base chance to crit, so you don't need any pumps there. You already have a chance to crit, but that is not the same for dual strike and Empower. As far as the star of the show, the source of all of my damage is the Neuron Stimulator, and that is the Brain Augment. So it isn't perfect roll, but it is attack enemy team when you hit an enemy. So this brain procking effect ignores damage reduction as well. That's why it's doing a ton of damage. And you multiply this by how many times I'm hitting, which is up to 5. And it can proc on every hit. So if I proc Empower, it will Empower. If I proc Dual Strike, it will Dual Strike. And so out of one round, I can hit 10 times against everything. So probably the strongest item in the game. Hopefully that made sense and you guys understand why I'm using certain items and what I was doing there. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.